Hey guys, and welcome to another edition of Burton Borders. Another scorching day in London, but it's a bit too hot to do a video in outdoors, so I'm doing one inside today. And today I'm going to be talking about Todd Boehly and why I don't think Chelsea fans need to worry about our lack of activity at the moment.
Welcome to the Burton Borders. Ain't got no time for no stallers, yeah.
We are the risers, we're not the fallers. Our channel is growing wider and taller.
Yeah, we're here to give you the news about your dear beloved Blues, yeah.
So if you like this YouTube channel, like, subscribe and turn on that bell.
Yeah.
So, Boehly's not even been in the job for a month yet, and I'm hearing things like Todd Boehly out, and all this nonsense. Our fan base are so impatient. As I said before, I get it because of what's happened in the past and how we sort of dithered in getting transfers over the line. But this guy has only been in place for a few weeks, and we need to give him time. There's no point in getting impatient. He's backing the manager by all accounts, and he's going to try and make some strong decisions. He's come in. It's a new regime. We're not under the Abramovich regime anymore. So we've got to realise as well that we don't want to be seen as pushovers, because we all know about the Abramovich attacks in the past. And he needs to, we've seen it already with what's happening with the Lukaku situation, where Inter Milan, quite frankly, are trying to take us for a ride. And we need to say, look, we're not that club anymore. We're not that club. We're not a charity club anymore. Sometimes we're charity off the pitch as well as on the pitch. And, buying a player for £97 million and then letting him go on loan a season after, that doesn't make business sense. And apparently Todd Boehly's seeing that, and he wants to get the best deal on offer. There's no point in just bowing down to the demands of Inter Milan, because it doesn't set a good precedence in the future. So a lot of people saying, oh yeah, just let him go. It's not our money, but it's Todd Boehly's money now. It's not Roman's money. Roman could afford to make big mistakes in the market before, but with financial fair play and other things, we've got to be a lot more smarter in the market. We can't just be taken for fools. So that being said, Todd Boehly has made some comments, and this is coming via business, and we think the way those clubs go to market is years behind the US model. We think the global footprint of this sport is really underdeveloped. He goes on to say, there are 4 billion fans of European football. There are 170 million fans of NFL. The NFL generates 15 billion of media money every year. Global club football is a fraction of the NFL money. So, a lot of people are saying, oh no, here we go again. This is going to be the Glazers all over again. And I don't know why they are, from the statement that he's made, I don't know where they're getting drawing their conclusions from. For me, I see this as a positive, because I'm looking at this and he's looking at ways to maximize revenue. We are way behind the American sports, but we've got a bigger fan base. So, we are not using the sport to the full potential. And if he can get us these commercial deals, these sponsorship deals, to make us more self-sufficient, we're not going to be relying on player sales. Because even under Roman, since the financial fair play rules came in, we are one of the clubs who have adhered to it. And it's no coincidence that since the financial fair play, our transfers, we haven't been as gung-ho in the market. Okay, we've made some silly purchases, but we've also offset that by selling by player sales. And that is our model. We have to sell to buy. So that's why a lot of people are saying, oh, why haven't we bought A, B or C yet? Because we haven't got anyone out yet. So we need to balance the books, because if you look at our net profit over the last few years, it's been quite healthy, and that's because we've had player sales to finance the players coming in. And one of the reasons for that is, two reasons. The first reason is that our ground is not as big as some of the other grounds. Even Tottenham now, they can make big buys because they have got a larger capacity in there. They've got over 60,000 fans going to their games. Arsenal on the same boat. With us now, we need that stadium to be improved because the money that we're getting in from the stadium's match sales isn't as much as some of the other clubs. And another thing to consider as well, a lot of fans don't remember this, is remember that we were under sanctions for, was it 2 months? March, April, May and some of March. So that's 2 months of lost revenue. That's tickets from match-going tickets, everything else that goes with it, the shop sales, the stadium tours. So there's quite a lot of money, and that's on top of what's happened during the COVID period as well. So we need to be a bit smarter. So take all these things into consideration before complaining about our purchases, because we can't throw money away. As I said before, Abramovich could throw money away. He had that money, although he had to still stick within the financial play, but he still didn't mind taking that loss. Now we're going to be operating a different model now, so we're going to be having to try to get the best deals possible for players. So it's even like to take the Jules Koundé situation. Everyone's saying just pay out what they want, but we need to, football's all about negotiating, and we need to get the best possible deal for our club. Don't just take the first price that they say, okay, we want X amount, but we have to have some room for negotiation. I'm saying there should be some give and take. It shouldn't be that we go in really low and the valuation is miles apart. We've got to try and meet somewhere in the middle when we do these negotiations. That's how negotiations work. So, and he went on to talk about financial fair play, and some people are using that as an excuse. He's saying that they're going to be just getting stricter with financial fair play. We'll see about that, because you're seeing the likes of Man City and PSG doing dodgy deals to get players in, because dodgy sponsorships way above market rate. One of my good friends, Bobby, he made a good point actually. I think because of the World Cup in Qatar, they're keeping them sweet, but after the World Cup, things may change for those. They may come down hard on these clubs, because we've already had a complaint by Real Madrid about the two clubs, state-owned clubs. And if other clubs start to complain about them as well, then we may see. Hopefully, UEFA get a backbone and start to punish these teams. Because there's no smoke without fire, and I still believe that these two teams, it's Man City who start advertise tickets for Champions League games. Yeah, they are. Someone's telling us that they are the biggest commercial team in the world at the moment. Come on now. Yeah, get real. How many Manchester City shirts do you see abroad? I hardly see any. Even in this country. Even when I'm going different parts of the country, Arsenal shirts, Manchester United shirts, Liverpool shirts, Chelsea shirts. I even see more Tottenham shirts than Man City shirts. I hardly see anyone with Manchester City merchandise. So I can't see how they have made all this money. I heard that they're buying another club, a Spanish club. Is it Palmeiras or someone? Again, they're using that as a sort of dodgy way to move money around as well. So I'm hoping, as I said, they get investigated. But Todd Boehly has seen the potential in Chelsea, and as he's seen a way that we can become a more profitable club. So he's going to be working with that. Another thing, before I go, what he did say as well is that he's going to get the players more marketable. He mentioned LeBron James and how, everything around him, the marketing around him, how it's made him a successful business person. So, he's also going to try and make the players a lot more marketable as well. So that's going to be good to see. And even if it's a case of, any earnings from the particular players, a percentage of it goes back into the club, that may be another way of making revenue. So what do you think of the Boehly situation? Do you think that he's not doing anything at the moment, or do you think he's doing stuff silently in the background? Do you think that he's going to be the right man for the job to turn around our fortunes, but to make us more self-sufficient, self-sustainable, without having to rely on player sales in order to compete in the market in the future? Or do you think that he's just another Glazer type who's just going to use the money to try and make a profit? And well, the other thing is he can't really make a profit for the first 10 years anyway, because of the anti-Glazer clause that's been put in, where they can't draw money from the club for at least 10 years, because that's one present that Roman's left us with. So I just call for patience, guys. I think this guy can do a job for us, and I'm not going to panic about anything in the transfer market until the last day of the transfer market. I'll have a moan. If we haven't bought in the right sort of players, I'll be moaning. But until then, I'm going to be practicing patience. So, as I said in another video, I'm not telling you guys to think the same way as me, but that's the way I think. So, stick your comments in the section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications so you'll be notified every time I make a new video. Take care. Bye-bye.